The poorest person is not the one without a dime. It's the one without a dream. I want to ask you, are you an asset or a liability to yourself? Why? Because in order to think bigger than your bank account, you have to budget your thoughts. Let's talk about how to think bigger than your bank account and why you must think rich or stay broke. Oh, I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? What's going on, family? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day in a great way. And you know, it's only going to get better. Come on, family. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Yeah, while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Come on. Let's get it in. It's going to be a conversation of illumination. In order to make that happen even more, let's turn the lights all the way on. Let's turn the lights up. Come on. Let's light it up in here. In order to do that, I need you to drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. In order to do that, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. As a matter of fact. Come on, family. Let's go. Let's grow. Too lit to quit. Let's light it up. We're going to stay lit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. We're locked into this channel for change. This is our channel that creates change. This is our channel that breaks chains. And today, let's tackle the topic. Think bigger than your bank account. Think bigger than your bank account. Why you must think rich or stay broke. It's either one or the other. You an asset or are you a liability? And here's the thing. If your dream is affordable, you're not dreaming big enough. Come on, family. Type think bigger. Think bigger. Well, I'm a big thinker. Think bigger. Yeah, it's a challenging conversation because I'm challenging myself to do the same. Think bigger. Think bigger than your background. Think bigger than your boulevard. Think bigger than your block. Think bigger than your borough. Think bigger than your bank account. Because there's a fine line between becoming rich or remaining broke. Between thinking rich or remaining broke. And I need you to hear me. Broke is not always of the pocket. Sometimes our principles are broken. And here's the thing. If your principles are broken, your pocketbook will reflect that you're broken too. Some of us, hear me, we're hanging around broke folk. Listen, if you hang around 9 broke folk, I guarantee you're going to be the 10th one. Not only do they not have any money, but here's what it is. Their bankrupt their mentality is bankrupt. Bankrupt financially. Bankrupt in their mentality. Hang around folks with no goals, I guarantee they're going to take your goals away from you. You got to grow through what it is that you go through. You have to see beyond what you see so that you can transform your reality. You have to see that there's greatness that is on the inside of you. I got to think big. I got to think rich. My thoughts have to be that which keep me moving forward, not pull me backward. My thoughts have to be in a place that bring about that which causes me a disruptor, that causes me to be a disruptor, that causes me to be a divergent thinker, that causes me to move beyond where it is that I am, that causes me to be a trendsetter and a trailblazer, that causes me to be a futuristic thinker. Why? Because I need you to hear me. God is raising you up to be more than just a pastor. God is raising you up to be more than just a preacher. God is raising you up to be more than just a prophet. God is raising you up to be more than just a prophetess. God is raising you up to be more than just a prophet. God is raising you up to be more than just a professor. God is raising you up to be a problem solver. You may not have a pulpit, but hear me, you do have a platform. Your platform may be on social media. Your platform may be on Canva. Your platform may be as an artist painting on your canvas. Your platform may be in the boardroom. Your platform may be in the educational sphere. Your platform may be in the entrepreneurial industry. Your platform may be in health. Your platform may be in humanities. Your platform may be in HR. Your platform may be as an engineer. Your platform may be as an astrophysicist. Your platform may be in cosmetology. Your platform may be as a beautician. Your platform may be as a barber. But do you have on the whole armor? To where here it is, one of those forms of armor that the scripture talks about is the helmet of salvation. Ooh. Spiritually, yeah, I know you're saved. But mentally, are you? Helmet of salvation. Are you mentally saving yourself from toxicity, from trauma, from triggers, from all the things that pull you away from your destiny, that keep you deleterious? And in order to do that, you have to shift the paradigm. You got to shift the paradigm. Come on, family. We're having a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Family watching us on Facebook, drop some Facebook stars. Only when it is darkest can you see the stars. Maybe God has caused you to be a star to shine so that you can illuminate the darkness of this world. Darkness and light cannot dwell in the same space and place. Come on, family. Drop some stars in the chat. Come on, drop some stars. Yeah, drop a star. Drop an emoji star. Especially my family on YouTube. Facebook, send some stars. Shift the paradigm. Because why do I tell you to shift the paradigm? Because we are living in a cookie cutter culture. Yes, we are. We are living in a cookie cutter culture where people will keep you mentally broke. And here's what you do. You now reflect that brokenness of what it is that has been indoctrinated into you and into your mind, into your soul, into your spirit, and you sow that into your relationships. How do I know that you sow it? Based upon what comes out of your mouth. Based upon how you talk about yourself, based upon how you talk about other people, based upon how you expect people to do what you want them to do, when you want them to do it, based upon how you cannot control your emotions. And now here's the thing. Somebody who is mentally rich ain't gonna put up with that. Somebody who's mentally rich, hear me, is not going to deal with your poverty mindset. Woo! Yeah. That generational poverty mindset, you gotta break it. Keep talking yourself out of what you want, of what God is telling you to step into. Keep talking yourself out of what you know is the calling that is on your life. But you keep living a self-limiting beliefs kind of life. Imposter syndrome has a hold of you. And so now when people are actually good to you and for you, you don't even know how to handle that. Because this is what you do. You exact all of your traumas based upon your thinking onto other people. And here's what you have to do. A critical thinker is one of the premier skills of the 21st century is critical thinking skills. To be able to learn, as I told you, to be able to unlearn, to be able to relearn so that you can earn. Come on, family, type, I'm a problem solver. I am a problem solver. Notice I didn't call you a problem creator. Are you a liability or an asset? Not only if you won't be to yourself, you definitely won't be to anybody else. Are you a problem solver or are you a problem creator? Because people who don't walk in their purpose, they create problems. People who walk in the proximity of their purpose, who are in divine alignment with their divine assignment, solve problems. Are you a problem creator or are you a problem solver? You got to shift the paradigm. You got to shift the paradigm. You have to be a countercultural thinker who breaks out of the cookie cutter culture. You have to do that. Family, with this type of conversation right here, you need to sow into this with the super chat, super sticker. You need to make sure that you become a member of our channel. Our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. Go right now. Tap the join button while you're listening to me. Tap the join button while you're watching me. We got 3 tiers. Cheers for 3 tiers. VIP, royalty, OQP. Listen, we in the throes of this conversation. I had to roll up my sleeves on this one. Plan to go to work. I want you to support this channel. You can do that. VIP, royalty, OQP. Get one of those badges. That's why it's so colorful in here. That's why we're having a colorful conversation. That's why you see certain colors that are connected to certain commenters. Because they purchased a badge. They supported a badge. I would that you go and support a badge as well. Make sure that you do that. Hit the thumbs up button on this video, family. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button to our channel. You want to go even beyond where we go here? I encourage you, of course, like I said, hit the join button on our YouTube channel. You'll unlock membership privileges, such as being a part of all the footage of what it is that I have to offer in our Connor's Corner content. Giving you insight, instruction, information, inspiration. We even go beyond that in our Eagles community. The link is in our chat. The link is in the description of this video to join our Eagles community. All you have to do is go to theeaglesacademy.com. Tap the join now button when you get there. Fill out the form, be transformed, develop your spiritual gifts, your emotional intelligence, your spiritual intelligence. That's what it's all about. Our Eagles community, our vibe that thrives, our Thrive tribe, breaks you out of the cookie cutter culture to where you shift the paradigm. That's what we have to do. We have to shift the paradigm because we are living in a cookie cutter culture and we have to think countercultural. What am I talking about, this cookie cutter culture? I'm so glad that you asked. Because here's the thing about the cookie cutter culture. Say that 3 times. Yes, keep cookie cutter culture, cookie cutter culture, yeah, there it is. Right. Some of y'all tripped up on the first time. But it's no laughing matter. Because based upon living in this cookie cutter culture, it is to keep you looking the same. To where you look the same, you look alike, you sound alike. And you don't even know what you like. Are you hearing me? A cookie cutter culture wants you to be like everybody. But here's the thing. Everybody else is taken, so why don't you just be yourself? Cookie cutter culture doesn't want you to have any identity. Doesn't want you to have any clarity. Wants you to be confused and conflated and conflicted. Why? Because you're not cut from a different cloth, you're cut from the same cloth. I like cookies. I don't eat many of them, but I do like cookies. Especially the peanut butter cookies. Lord have mercy. Woo-wee. After this show, I just might go get me some. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Yeah, cookie cutter culture is like a jungle sometimes. I need y'all to pray for me so I don't get no cookies. Trying to keep from going under. But here's the thing. Maybe some of y'all are bakers and, you know, you do your thing in the kitchen. You could open up your own bakery if you really wanted to. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I don't know, you got the Pillsbury dough, cookie stuff, and, you know, I don't know what you call it. Cookie dough for show. And then you got that little gingerbread man that's a cookie cutter, and you just press them all together, and you got about 10 of them on the baking sheet. Got to put some oil down first. You don't want the cookies stuck. Or you got to put some foil down first. You don't want them stuck. I don't know much about cooking. I do know that. And when my cookie's stuck, now I'm going to be mad. And you put in the oven on what? 350, 400, 475? Don't you dare put it on 600. You trying to kill the cookies? You gotta get a fire extinguisher for you? You don't know what you're doing. Back away from the oven, please. So what? You about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know how you check it. You turn on that little oven light, looking at the cookies. Cookies looking back at you. Maybe you open up the oven just a little bit and that aroma just hits your nostrils, right? It becomes potpourri to your kitchen. Ooh-wee. Maybe getting to use some milk. Almond milk. Because maybe you're lactose intolerant. We praying for you. Right? But them cookies coming out of that oven. And here's the thing. They all look good. And they looking so good that you don't even realize that they all look the same. You had the same cookie cutter that you used for every single one of them. You ain't have one that was a star. You didn't have one that was a square. You didn't have one that was perpendicular. You didn't have one that was a sun, a moon, a star. I don't know. But they were all the same. And in many cases, life is just like that. It bakes us. It fries us. It cooks us. To where we lose our ingenuity. We lose our genius. We lose our own identity. To where we look like everybody else. We sound like everybody else. We look like. We sound like. We look alike. We sound alike. But we don't even know what we like. Come on, family, type double dare. I double dare you to be you. I double dare you to think thoughts that are rich. I double dare you to enrich yourself. I double dare you to encourage you. I double dare you to work on you. I double dare you to read something that makes your mindset fruitful. I double dare you to take some time for you to think. I double dare you to be an asset to yourself. I double dare you to budget your thoughts. Yeah. I want to talk about budgeting your thoughts. Really do. I want to talk about you budgeting your thoughts. Got to think about what I'm thinking about. Breaking news, family. I just want to interrupt this courageous conversation, this regularly scheduled program, to bring you this important announcement. There's a special message in the midst of this special message. Once you stick and stay, more is on the way. Breakthroughs are coming on the other side of this break. After these messages, I guarantee you, I'll be right back. You know, I realize the only thing constant is change. And family, these are definitely changing times. Politically, socially, mentally, spiritually, and definitely financially. Understand the financial burden that many people are facing. I feel you, and for the first time ever, what I'm doing is I'm offering to match the cost of your investment into our Eagles community for an exclusive monthly subscription rate of only $24.99, reduced from the original price of $55. Now hear me, family. For the value that you receive, isn't this amazing? I know it is. Because this rate is for all new members. I need you to hear me. It's for all new members, and it also includes our current members as well. Family, I need you to hear me. Our Eagles community is on a mandate and a mission. There is a grace for growth on our community. Even if you are a former member and you desire to rejoin us, we want to welcome you in. I want to reconnect with you as we desire to hit the goal of 30 members. Yeah, we desire to hit our goal of 30 new members. And here's what you can do. You can either invest monthly, you can invest for 6 months, or with an annual plan, depending on which level best fits you. Like I said, I'm looking for 30 new members who will partner with me at the monthly subscription rate of $24.99. Now, I'm telling you, let it be known. Let me make it known on the microphone. I'm telling you right now, when I hit the goal of 30 members, the price will increase. It'll increase to $29.99. Yesterday's price will not be that time's price. I'm increasing the rate from $24.99 to $29.99, and anyone who registers after the goal has reached will only be able to register at the rate of $29.99. Family, I want you to make the decision right now to invest in yourself at this exclusive rate, because the price will increase. I want to coach you. Let me say that again. Let me say it twice because it's also nice. I want to coach you. I want to empower you. I want to mentor you to discover your purpose, to develop your gifts, and then ultimately want to deploy you into your greatness. Listen, I don't want to exclude you. I want to include you. Why? Because we are better together. So go ahead, join us now and soar with us in our Eagles community at theeaglesacademy.com. I can't wait to see your face in our digital space. Family, what's going on? Hey, yeah, we back like we never left. I do want you to make sure that you heed to these resources that you've heard. Yes, y'all, we don't stop. Heed to these resources that you've heard. You know, we're right back on it. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about think bigger than your bank account. Think bigger than your bank account. Why? You must think rich, or you're going to stay broke. Come on, family, type think rich. Why you must think rich? Or here's what you can do. You can stay broke. And hear me. You stay broke when you don't budget your thoughts. Oh, I told you I was going to tackle it. Yeah, I'm a defensive back right now, but I ain't backing away. I'm going to tackle this thing. Yeah, this is the NFL, the National Faith League right here. You have to budget your thoughts, because here's the thing. When you budget your thoughts, budgeting your thoughts gets you to this place to where you say, I'm very, very focused, laser focused on the thoughts that come to my mind. Why? Many people are not. 75 to 80% of the thoughts that we think each and every single day are negative. But what am I going to do to shift my mindset to positive? Here's what I have to do. I have to be metacognitive. I have to think about what I'm thinking about in order to budget the thoughts that I think about. And if a thought that comes to my mind does not fit into my budget for my life, I got to get evicted immediately. It doesn't fit into my budget. Imposter syndrome. You got to say, listen, it don't fit into my budget. Budget your thinking. Limited beliefs don't fit into my budget. Toxic thoughts that are triggering don't fit into my budget. No, 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 no. I got to grow, 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 grow. Emotional snipers don't fit into my budget. And hear me, you're only able to do a budget of your thoughts when you do an internal audit. Oh, I'm on it. I got to do an internal audit of my thoughts, of my thought life. I got to get to the place to say, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are just. Hear me? I got to get to that particular place. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. If my thoughts don't align to those 8 specific aspects that are in that scripture, I don't want to think it. Why? What do I love about 8? 8 is a number of new beginnings, and I ought to think thoughts that bring about new beginnings. If it's not true, I don't want to think it. If it's not honest, I don't want to think it. If it's not just, I don't want to think it. If it's not pure, I don't want to think it. If it ain't lovely, get behind me. If it's not of a good report, if it's not virtuous, if it's not praiseworthy, I'm not thinking on those things. Why is that? Because a double-minded man or woman is unstable in all of their ways. I got to budget my thinking. I got to set my thoughts on things above. Not on things of the world, not on things below. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. I have to allow God to guard my heart. Got to allow God to guard my mind, but I got to do some gardening of my mind as well. Come on, family, type garden your mind. Garden your mind. You guard your thoughts by gardening your mind. You budget your thoughts by gardening your mind. I have to be renewed in the spirit of my mind. Sadly, many of our phones have more power than our thoughts. Oh yeah, your phone is on 75, 80%. What's your phone? Let me know. What's the percentage of your phone right now? Drop that in the chat. Drop that in the chat. Where my phone at? Where my phone at? Well, I need to charge mine. Mine's on 25%. Just one of them days. 25. What percentage is the phone battery life on? Yeah, drop it. Drop it. What percentage is your phone battery life on? Some of y'all, 100%. Okay, yep, gotcha. Somebody give me a charger, please. Can I borrow your charger? Brother on 25%. Help a brother out. Here's the thing. Your phone is oftentimes on a higher percentage than your mindset. Battery power on 85, 95%. What is your mental battery power on though? Woo. You mean to tell me your phone is operating at a higher percentage than your mindset? We got a problem here. Up in here, up in here. Because the greatest smart device is your mindset, your skill set, building your tool set to be an asset in any environment. That's why you need to join the Eagles community. We go there all the way there. TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed by the renewing of your mind so that you're not conformed to this world. Why? Because Scripture says, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul. What is it, family? With all your mind. I got to think bigger than my bank account. Worst thing, it's one thing to have money, it's another thing when money has you. It's one thing to have things, it's another thing when things have you. You're so focused on your bank account, why don't you grow your mental bandwidth? You're so focused on your monetary bank account, why don't you grow your mental bandwidth? Because your bank account will only grow to the capacity that you do. Lord, bless me with more money. Bless me with more. Why? So you can just spend it all? Woo! So you can be a liquid resource to every other retailer and seller and company? Why should I bless you with more? You're not even a good steward of your financial resources. You're not even a good steward of your mental resources so that you can be a great steward of your financial resources. Is the blessing going to be a curse? Because you don't have any discipline. Come on, family, type discipline. You know what? Thinking bigger than your bank account. You're either going to grow rich or stay broke based upon your mental discipline. I got to budget my thinking. I have to do an internal audit of my thoughts. I can't allow myself to let weapons of mental distraction lead me to destruction. I can't allow this cookie cutter culture to create chaos and not bring about clarity. I double dare you. I double dare you to be you. I double dare you to innovate and not duplicate. I double dare you to be all that you can be. I double dare you to do something different, to get something different. I double dare you to be an innovator. I double dare you to be a creator. I double dare you to be a producer. I double dare you to think bigger. When everybody wants to look alike, when everybody wants to sound alike, here's what you have to understand. You got to get to the place, what do I like? What has God given me to be able to bless other people? Because here's the thing. Family, just type identity. Type identity. Type identity. You can't beat me being me. And here's what I realize as well. I can't beat you being you. You have to be you. You have to have the courage to be you. You have to have the courage to think big thoughts. You have to have the courage to budget your thinking. You have to have the courage to do an internal audit. You have to have the courage to not be a cookie cutter. You have to have the courage to live counterculture and to think counterculture. You have to have the courage to be an innovator and a trailblazer and a disruptive thinker and a divergent thinker. You have to have the courage to be you. Hear me, I got my own style. I have my own phraseology. You know me, you hear me. I got my own linguistic rhetorical genius that is inimitable. I have my own rhetorical genius in linguistic, loquacious style, to where I can be intoxicated with the exuberance of my intellectual verbosity any day, anytime, anywhere. But you can't beat me being me. You can't beat me at the expense of you not being you. Why? Because I need you to be you. Because no one of us has it all. I need you to be you so I can learn from you. I need you to be you so I can hear your story. I need you to be you so I can be inspired by you. You got to find your voice through the power of your thoughts. Come on, family, type find your voice. Find your voice, and hear me. You don't find your voice by muting your voice. Woo! You so focused on you that you won't give the world you. Lord help me. Have mercy. You're so focused on you that you won't even give the world you. Why? You're so selfish that you won't be selfless. I'm so focused. I don't like the way I sound. And, you know, I got this little accent to me and da 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 da. And I be, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start if you want to be great. You only find your voice by using your voice. You only become a big thinker by thinking big thoughts. Even if it scares you, feel the fear and think it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. The story of the Tower of Babel teaches us something. Found this in Genesis. Family, just type, this is my Genesis. This is my Genesis. This is my new beginning. Genesis is a book of beginnings. This is my Genesis. This is my new beginning. Some of us need to make an exodus for sure. But this is your Genesis. The story of the Tower of Babel teaches us a lesson. And oftentimes, we give those individuals who were building the Tower of Babel a bad name. But to a certain degree, they were trendsetters. They were trailblazers. They were history makers. They were movers and shakers. We think about Nimrod, who was one of the preeminent orchestrators of the Tower of Babel. And we give those who built the Tower of Babel a bad name, when here it is, they built a brand name. The first skyscraper ever built was inscription. Here it is. The tallest skyscraper will never scale higher than the Tower of Babel. They were getting ready to go into the heavenlies. One band, one sound, one voice. They only spoke one language at this time. But no, wasn't no Mandarin, wasn't no English, wasn't no patois. Yeah, man, real thing, man. Wasn't no German, wasn't no Portuguese. Wasn't no Swahili, wasn't Tlingit. Yeah. Tlingit, I think you talk about clicking your tongue. That's a particular language. Yeah. Wasn't an Aboriginal language. None of that at all. They spoke one language. And the Tower of Babel teaches us this. You only need a brick. Is a strategy. The brick is a strategy. something to build with, and you need a brand. You need a brick and a brand in your hand. What do I mean by it? Genesis chapter 11 verse 3 says this. Genesis 11 verse 3 says this. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick. So that's an invention there. Let us make. They invented something. They innovated. And burned them thoroughly. And here's what they had. They had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. Construction workers right here. I don't even know what the advent of the technology was that they used at this particular time. Genesis 11 verse 4, the next verse says this. Come, this is what they're saying. Let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens. So that, here it is, we may make a name for ourselves. They knew about branding even then. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the earth. Isn't it interesting here? That what came upon them based upon their fear became the lot of their life. Whew. Let me say this. You need a brick and a brand. You need a brick and a brand in your hand. You need a strategy and a brand. Here's what happened. What they were building didn't just get each other's attention. It got God's attention. Hear me, family. Here's the question that you got to ask yourself. You're talking about thinking bigger than your bank account. I got to have a brand and I got to have a strategy. I got to have a brick and a brand. I got to have something to build with. Got to have an idea. Got to have a strategy. Strategy, structure, solutions, and systems to take your vision to another dimension. That's what I love about our Eagles community that does that. I think rich or I stay broke. Here it is. Am I building for attention or am I building with intention? Woo! Hello, somebody. Who am I talking to? I hope it's you. Am I building for attention or am I building with intention? Because building for attention don't last. Building with intention, yes, makes you a person, but by the time you die, you're an institution. Apple is an institution. Microsoft is an institution. But it started off with a person. Apple started off with Steve Jobs. Microsoft started off with Bill Gates, Steve Wozniak. What are you doing to work your plan as a matter of fact? Isn't it interesting that the fear that they said, that they spoke, my words create my world. What I speak into the atmosphere will appear. Here's what they said. Let's make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we're going to be scattered over the face of the earth. And here's what happened. They got God's attention by building with intention to where God said, listen, if we don't stop them, they will come up where it is that we are. He confused the language. And guess what? They were scattered about the earth. But guess what? They spoke it into existence. Why couldn't they just build a name for themselves? Not out of fear, but just to build it as they built this tower. Am I building out of fear or am I building out of faith? Come on, family, type build it, build it, build it. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will support. It may not always be family. And sometimes God will send you, I need you to hear me. He will send you perfect strangers. He will send you strangers who don't know you from a can of paint, who don't know you from Adam, who don't know you at all, but will support you when family won't even do it, when friends won't even do it. Why? Because you cannot stop a builder. You are a new school Nehemiah. I'm building something and I can't come down. Building something I can't hang out right now. Building something I can't come party with you. Building something I can't go on a date. Building something and I can't wait. I'm building something. B3. Come on, family. Type B3. I'm giving you your vitamin B3 shot. Build back better. Oh, yes, I am. Giving you your B3 shot right now. Build back better. Bigger, better, brighter. You ought to build it. They'll come from the north, the south, the east, and the west. They'll come on social media. You have to build your brand. I need you to hear me. Brick by brick. I got to have a brick and a brand in my hand. The brick is my idea. The brick is my strategy. My brand is the name that I create for myself. It is the fact of this is what clients get. This is what those who are my customers get. And I need you to hear me. If you don't think about your future, you will have nothing when you get there. If you don't build your brand, if you don't build your brand with your brilliance, brick by brick. I know you're a brick house. She's mighty, mighty. Just let it all hang out. Lord have mercy. I hope not. But what are you doing to build your brand brick by brick? Because here's the thing, looks fade. Money is a flow, it's a currency. Sometimes currently you have it, sometimes currently you don't. People can be with you today and leave you tomorrow. But what are you doing to build your brand brick by brick? By developing a mastery mindset. I want to leave you with this. I want you to think about this. Are my thoughts destructive or productive? If my thoughts are destructive, I'll only think according to my bank account. If my thoughts are productive, I'll think bigger than my bank account. Come on. If your thoughts are destructive, you'll always be the borrower and never the lender. You'll always be the tail and not the head. But if my thoughts are productive, I'm the lender. I'm not the borrower. Because the borrower is in debt. The borrower is servant to the lender. But no, I'm thinking productive. I'm thinking and growing rich, and I'm not going to stay broke. I'm not going to stay around folks who are broke-minded. I'm not going to stay around folks who ain't got no money and who don't have any identity and who are always asking for something but can't build with me on anything. Not going to stay around leeches. Show me your life, I'll show you your thoughts. But here's what I'm doing. I'm thinking the thoughts of God. I got to think the thoughts of greatness. I got to think the thoughts of success. What did God tell Joshua? Told him to meditate upon the Lord, meditate upon the word day and night. And here's what you shall have. Because you dedicate upon this book of the law, because you meditate upon this book of the law day and night, here's what will happen for you as I meditate. Come on, family, type meditate. As I think about what I'm thinking about, as I meditate upon the book of the law day and night, here's what will happen for me. I will have good success. Good success, oh yes. That's what you shall have. Come on, family, type good success. Not just success, but good success. I have to be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Said, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do all that which is written therein. And thou shalt make thy way prosperous. And here's what you will have. You shall have good success. Family, just type prosperity. Type prosperity. Why am I typing prosperity? Simply because my thoughts are going to be prosperous. My life is going to be prosperous. My soul and my goals are going to be prosperous. My mind, my will, and my emotions are going to be prosperous. My children are going to be prosperous. Scripture says, I would that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. Your thoughts, your mind, your will, your emotions, your thoughts are connected to your soul. And that's why I'm speaking to your thoughts. I'm speaking to your life. I'm speaking to your mindset. This is why I'm giving you soul food. Because here's what I have to do. I have to feed my faith and I have to starve my doubts. And I only do that through the power of my thinking. I got a brick and I got a brand. I got strategy, I got structure, I got solutions, I got systems. And I have to speak the thoughts that are powerful, that are prosperous, that are peaceful, that are plentiful, that position me on the path to purpose so I can move in the power of what it is that God has called me to do. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. You're thinking bigger than your bank account. You're thinking bigger than the thoughts of what people said about you. You're thinking bigger than people's opinions that become your prison. You're thinking bigger than imposter syndrome. Thinking bigger. Come on, family. Sow into this word that you've heard. You can sow via super chat. You can sow via super sticker. Those of you watching me on Facebook, you can sow via super Facebook stars. Yeah, send some Facebook stars. Come on, family. Facebook stars as well. Super conversation, super chat, super sticker. Yeah, once you sow into this word that you've heard, the links are in the chat for where to send and how to send. The links are in the description of this video for where and how to sow as well. Not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. You can sow via Cash App, $ Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. Thinking bigger than imposter syndrome. Thinking bigger than emotional snipers. Yes, you are. I speak over your life. That your bank account will not be the lot of your life. A shift is taking place in your finances. A shift is taking place in your mindset. A shift is taking place in your thinking. A shift is taking place in your home. A shift is taking place at your job. A shift is taking place in your business, in the schematics of everything, with strategies, with structure, with systems and solutions. God is downloading a dream in your mind that's going to become your vision. Ideas are going to become income. Contacts are going to become contracts because you got a brick and a brand in your hand. I hope you understand. Family, sow into this word that you've heard. And as you're sowing, I want you to name your seed as well. I want you to name your seed. Maybe you're naming your seed, think bigger. Maybe you're naming your seed, think rich. Maybe you're naming your seed, prosperity. Maybe you're naming your seed, overflow, because I speak that over your life. Your cup is running over. What's in the cup is for you. What flows from the cup is to bless somebody else. Overflow is in your life. Goodness and mercy is following you all the days of your life. Thank you for sewing via super chat and super sticker into the super conversation. Thank you for the Facebook stars. Thank you so much for the electronic gifts that you're sending and sowing into this good ground. 30, 60, 100 fold. Sow where you grow, sow where you soar. Because you're expecting, and God is going to do the exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. Did you hear what I just said? Exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. As big as you think, as much bigger as you thought, God is always going to think even bigger and do much more for you. If you could just stretch the elasticity of your imagination. If you could just dream bigger than your bank account, it's going to happen for you. Family, with this type of courageous conversation of illumination, you can't afford to not invest in yourself and be a part of our amazing Eagles community. The insight, the information, the revelation, the wisdom of what it is that you gain, the development of your spiritual gifts, of your purpose, of your emotional intelligence, your relational intelligence, of you stepping into a greater place of greater success and purpose and maximizing your marketplace mandate, you being able to thrive in our tribe. I want you to join our Thrive tribe. Come on, family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Come on, family, do that. Drop some eagle emojis in the chat and type the word soar. That's what you've been empowered to do. That's what God has gifted you to do. Type soar. I want you to use that word in our Eagles community by joining it. Go to the eaglesacademy.com. When you tap the join now button, I want you to fill out the form, and in the coupon code, I want you to write the word soar, and I'm giving you 20% off to join our membership, to join our community. Membership has its privileges for sure. You want to be able to benefit from all of the teaching, the training, the mentoring, the coaching, the connection, the partnership, the networking of what it is that we do in our community. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I want you to join our Thrive tribe. Yeah. Invest in yourself. Unlock your ideas, your impact, your influence. Increase all of it. I want you to reshape your thinking. I'm going to show you how to rethink. I want to show you how to reimagine. Why? Because I have a passion for your growth. I've obsessed over what I teach. Why? Because I want to see you make an exponential increase. Let me say that again. I obsess over what I teach because I want you to make exponential increase in every area of your life. And you owe it to you to get in a community that is caring, to get in a community that is committed, to get in a community where we learn, we laugh, we live on another level, and we express love toward one another. So I encourage you to aspire higher with us. Go right now, family. As I'm talking to you, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed, and use the word SOAR, S-O-A-R. The next 6 of you who use the word SOAR at checkout get all access pass into our Eagles community. Family, hit the thumbs up button on this live. While you're doing that, hit the subscribe button as well. Was this thought-provoking? Come on, family. Was this conversation thought-provoking at all? Yeah, what we've been talking about today. Come on, don't look at me like Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. Think it bigger than your bank account. Why you must think rich or stay broke? Was it thought-provoking? Did it bless you? Did it move the needle forward in your thought life? I sure hope so. Because we're going to grow even more so. I like that. Let me say that again. I hope so, because we're going to grow even more so. Yeah. If you're not a member of our YouTube channel, come on, tap the join button. Unlock VIP, royalty, OQP. VIP, you're a very important person with a very important purpose. Royalty, yeah, king, queen. Your royalty demands loyalty. OQP, only quality people. You up with OQP? Come on, family, just type, yeah, you know me. Type, yeah, you know me. Tap the join now button immediately. Well, family, in the mix is out of time. But family, trust me, I am not out of truth. So here's what I want to do. I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday. Yeah. For In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. While you're here on the YouTube side, hit the thumbs up button, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm growing your greatness, help you to grow our channel. Family, just type hours. Yeah, OURS. This is our channel. That's why we go hours and hours. That's why we have hours and hours worth of content at your disposal. For you to consume and absorb at your convenience. We also mix it up, yes, on the YouTube side, but also on our sister satellite social media stations. Sister satellite stations on social media. Speaking of social media, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Family, you know what it is. You know who it is. Just put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, why would you look any further? I'm the man for the job. Invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your session, your graduation, your wherever it is. Let's make some progression. Whatever's clever, invite me by emailing me. info@EddieConnor.com. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother, and I mean that, from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, brother, gotta run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. Yes, it has. But I want you, yes, you, talking to you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together, which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth with self-paced Eagles Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit theeaglesacademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and seize